But now that the goofiness is over, the 1v1 is done, we actually have the cast and the match lined up and ready to go. Criius Gaming versus We Touch Melons. We Touch Melons getting censored in game, a little bit interested. And okay, coming in with hydrate. I got you with the sparkling water. I do have some actual water here too, but tier 1 matchup, the top of the top, the creme de la creme of the 2v2 scene. Ajax, got you too. Will be between these two teams, Criius Gaming versus We Touch Melons. And all the hydrates come in, I'll get you guys. We got a pre-show to do. So we do have the predictions up. If anybody wants to go ahead and put a little bit of, fake internet point skin in the game, we have some stats to go over. Criius Gaming, they're 2-0. They defeated Nola Flight White back in week number 1 and Ethos Esports Wyvern in week 2, 3-1. Coming in with 4.29 goals per game, 3 saves per game even, and 2.71 assists. Very solid assist to goals per game ratio. On the other side, We Touch Melons from Melon Patch Gaming, 1-1. They got a 3-0 win over Guacansock back in week number 1. A 1-3 loss versus Nola Flight White, who were swept by Criius Gaming in week 1. Week 2, they got the win over We Touch Melons. So we'll see if we can complete the circle of domination if We Touch Melons can get the win here. And to bring to the table will be 3 goals per game, 4 saves per game, and a 1.71 assists per game average over on that orange side. I got all the redemptions. I'm keeping an eye on it, but I'm also keeping an eye on the lobby. Everybody's in. Everybody's ready to go. Django, Steezy, Viha, Zuki. Not in order of who's actually going to be playing on what team, but they are in the lobby. And I'll give them the go-ahead, as we will be good to go here. It's the second series of the night. All 3 of them being 2v2 matchups. This one being our sole tier 1 match of the night. Everybody's in the lobby. Everybody's ready to go. And we will head down to the pitch. The 2-0 Criius Gaming versus the 1-1 We Touch Melons. Both teams, or both duos, representing orgs in this matchup. The first one to put their name on it is going to be We Touch Melons. Steezy getting the shot, collecting the assist from Vihas. He's going to put it onto the near side back wall, pop it up, gets the pass, gets the lead. This is the first goal, 8 seconds in. Ensuing kickoff. Django, cool, calm, collected, throws in a little musty, throws in some trickery. Will not get enough power off the back wall to set up the pass over to Zuki. Zuki still looking to play up on offense. Django sets up the dribble. Steezy cuts it off. And already this is a very high-paced, fast-paced game. Criius Gaming, We Touch Melons, both looking to make a statement here in week number 3. We're at just before the halfway point of the circuit. No true half point since there are 6 weeks. Be a lot easier to make comments on it if there were, but alas, we work with what we got. And Django looking to make a little bit of work here as well. Gets the pop off over to the side. Suzuki on the follow through. Double commit on the back end. Steezy will soar a little bit over the way. Vihas gets back in time to get the save off of the shot coming in from the offense. A lot of pressure coming in from Criius Gaming after giving up that early goal. It's only 75 seconds into the game, so much time. And yet, we're at 1-1. Suzuki gets the read, will sneak it in past the defender. Criius Gaming on the board. We Touch Melons score early. Criius Gaming come back with an offensive throughput that honestly would not be rivaled often. And ultimately coming to the back of the net. 83 seconds taken off the clock. Django, little bit of an exclamation point on it, taking Vihas out of the game. But Steezy wrapping it back, bringing it on the attack. Zuki back in defense. And Django will elevate to get the clear back up into the midfield, trying to set up the offense over for Criius. To try to show why they are true to name. Django getting the flick saved by Vihas, but Criius, I got the information sent to me. I'm not going to pretend to know this ahead of time. And Zuki let me know Criius, the Titan of the constellations in Greek mythology, looking to be the Titans of their class. titans of their division here in this tier 1 D1 matchup. Zuki making the play out of the corner and gets the favorable couple of touches on their way back through, and will get the lead. Still a little more than halfway to go, and Ajax, you are right. Half win is after week 3. Vertical cheering on Zuki. And Ajax, I can't see the full numbers right now, but I'll take your word for it. Assuming you said close and not like close it. Getting closer and closer to halftime as the offense for We Touch Melons looking to try to get that equalizer halfway through game number 1. Zuki will be challenged by Vihaz into the air in the midfield. Steezy looking to put it on target, but Django rotating back through. Not close, I got you. Not tomato, not tomato, not Django making the defense. Hala making him dive in. We'll see them rotate back on the defense. We'll take another trip down into the Criius Gaming half. Django following through across the midfield line. Steezy looking to slow it down, but Zuki coming in with that rotation along back in. And we'll get the flick coming in from Zuki, the hat trick from the captain of Criius Gaming. Give them that 3-1 lead. The initial goal going to We Touch Melons. A strong comeback here from Criius. They work their way through it. I'll switch the audio up. I can do it. See, we had more predictions come in afterwards. Still got a couple of minutes left. I'll close it at the end of game number 1. Like having giving the opportunity to peeps if they're looking to do so. We Touch Melons. They're gonna have to come back from this deficit. Diha's trying to close that gap, but it will be closed instead by Django rotating back through on the defense. Zuki onto the back wall looking to set up the pass. Django rotating up, but will find the post. Viha's rotating through. Will stay with that 3-1 scoreline, but for the moment, 90 seconds left. Viha's from the sky, Steezy from the ground, Django from the net picks up the save. They will be caught a bit out of sorts in the midfield. Django doesn't care, rotating back through. 80 seconds left. Sparks of life coming in from We Touch Melons, but we're going to need more than sparks. We're going to need to see some fire. We're going to need to see some goals. And Zuki, ice in the veins, backflips out of the way, but couldn't quite avoid contact. They'll hold on to the 2-goal lead, but there's still an opportunity there to extend it up to 3. They will come back up onto the offensive half, but Steezy catching it out, maintaining possession, half a tank of boost. Trying to get it past Django, but Django has done very, very well on the challenges throughout. Mozuki has done well with mechanical plays, brings in the flash, brings in the flare. When he's ever nervous, Django always there. They rotate back through on the defense, past the midfield line. Zuki is spooky, huge plays. I do agree. And Gaugan saying, Christ, better win. Otherwise, you're going to be very upset. Gaugan, I am unbiased in this. I do not want you to be upset, though. No man with flow like that deserves to be upset. They do have the lead, albeit for now, as Via's cutting into it. To get that play off of the post, brings back to a 1-goal game with 16 seconds left. Zuki was elevating up for it, trying to make contact with it, but the awkward bounce for the defender will lead to the goal for We Touch Melons. They bring it back within 16 seconds. They need a kickoff goal. They need bounces to go their way. This one may not be the one. So we'll head back over to the blue half. Viha's challenging Zuki. Django will be the first one there. Taking it to the side, taking time off the clock, goes for the ceiling pinch, goes for the double touch off the back wall. Steezy will have to keep underneath it, won't be able to make full catch and dribble. And Criius Gaming will take game number 1. Albeit only by 1. They had a massive advantage here on the offense. 12 shots compared to the 5 of We Touch Melons. The censorship in here does give me a nice little chuckle. Criius Gaming, hold on. In large part due to the aggression, due to the more mechanical plays that we saw out of them. But it's only game 1 of this best of 5 series. Plenty of time for We star to come back in. What a raid to come in for me to make that dumb joke. Ethos Esports coming in with the raid. We're going to be seeing them later. Are you guys going to see them later tonight? I'm brain farting right now. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But I do appreciate the raid. Thank you so much. Hopefully you had a good stream over on your end. And folks, honestly, maybe casting on Wednesday really is the play. We've seen a ton of love from all sorts of different orgs and stuff. Very, very much appreciated, everyone. We're in game number 2 of this Tier 1 Div 1 series between Criius Gaming and We Touch Melons. The 1 goal differential in favor of Criius Gaming. Back in game number 1, We Touch Melons scoring with 16 seconds left, unable to get the equalizer in that last quarter minute. We'll look to get the answer back here. They scored first in game 1. They scored last in game 1. They'll need to score more goals in game 2. I kind of lost that one, to be honest. They might have an opportunity here. Awkward touch back on the defense. Shots from Steezy. Envy has both, but Django gets the save. They'll keep us at that 0-0. The first minute nearly to a close. Zuki looking to dish and dime, make his way past the defense. They won't be able to do so. Steezy looking at opportunity from the air, but Django elevating. Pass it over to Zuki in the process. Cut off by V-House. I thought it was first benevolent raid. There we go. That's the words. Appreciate that, Diesel. But really do hope the stream went well over on the Ethos side. Thank you for coming on over here as well. Thank you for the raid. Much appreciated. For folks who haven't been here before, my name's Alligatosaurus, Rocket League caster here doing some Indy Gaming League matchups on this Wednesday. Doing this for quite some time. Been casted at the Ethos back in the IGL Invitational last year, actually. Due to my schedule, I wasn't unable to do it this year. But it has been a good time so far. This series looking to be pretty good as well. A lot more evenly balanced here in terms of goals scored. Still 0-0, nearly 2 minutes into the game. Bananas. Super serious question. Best chicken wing flavor? I like the classic. Just the hot buffalo, hottest it can go. Because every place makes it a little bit different. You get a nice spread of flavors depending on where you're at. The spread of flavors, trying to spread the defense here. We Touch Melons, putting it onto the back wall, running amok, getting antsy up on the offense. Might be able to get their hands on the rind of the fruit, but they haven't been able to find the prize inside as Criius Gaming holding tight on the defense. Jacob getting the challenge as well will send us back over to the orange zone. Just past halftime, still 0-0. Criius looking to get the 2-0 lead in the series, looking to continue the undefeated season. We Touch Melons. They're trying to get back up to 500 here. They're trying to move above 500 onto their spring circuit tour. It's the pinch off the challenge over the sidewall. May just do that if he has. Pulling a rabbit out of the hat. Sees he getting an assist as well. Django coming in on the challenge. That just a touch of an awkward angle. One of those that leave you saying, huh, after he gets sent back all the way. We Touch Melons, they're not going to care. They got the first goal. They're going to take that lead. They got the first goal back in game number 1 as well. We'll see if it's going to be a similar story here in Suki with the first goal of the game. With that pinch out of the corner, Zuki says, no, we're going to get a little bit more up close and personal. Gets the flick, gets the demo, and gets the pop back over into the net as well. Criius immediately following up with a goal. It's hot in game 1. They did the exact same thing. Well, not exact same thing, but similar. With less than 2 minutes to go, we'll see if they can get that extension as well with a powerful touch downfield from Steezy. Zuki forced into the air. We'll need to get another touch as well. Zuki following through, this time on the receiving end of the demo. Django doing enough time to buy some time for Zuki. Pop this deep downfield. D-House dropping to the low, going to Steezy. Steezy has to dodge the demo of Django, will do so. 0 boost, needs to pre-flip this. In fact, was going to bait Django into the jump instead. D-House will have time to go back, but needs to get into this awkward, not even a full shadow defense, needs to stay between a goal and, or ball and net. Very awkward situation for any defender. Django looking to take advantage of the awkward angles, and Steezy made contact, couldn't quite get enough juice behind it. And Criius Gaming will take the lead with 70 seconds left. As you can see, Steezy rotating back over to that, what became the near post. Was trying to escort it across the front of the net, couldn't quite get enough onto the side. Criius Gaming looking to bring a little bit of chicanery, but it blows up in their face. The fake kickoff responded immediately. Zuki was back in possession, trying to get the lob up back over to Django, but Steezy cheating, sees it, reads the situation. 66 seconds left, all tied up, game 2. Hey, take it easy, Ajax. Thanks for coming in tonight, my friend. Even if you did make me play ones in a Merc. I'll accept it. We make compromises for the people we enjoy. Final 50 seconds. Criius Gaming looking to work their way out of the half. Zuki playing it over to the mid. Steezy will... It looked like he was going to go for the fake challenge immediately, but he will continue through, commits the play. Django's going to have to bring it out of the half. Viha's 2/3 of a tank looking for the bump. Nobody to be found. Criius back in their own half. Trying to bring it out of their zone. Seizing Django on the challenge. Viha's going to be 0 boost, but he's going to get some power behind it. And Zuki will get the clear off to the side. Seems a bit of an awkward touch there. Viha's will be in position to get the clear past the midfield. With 15 seconds left, Criius Gaming on the attack, leaving nothing held back, looking to get the 2-goal, 2-game lead. And with 9 seconds left, they do just that. Django looking to follow it through. Will get that favorable challenge there with Steezy. Steezy trying to get the pre-jump in front of Zuki's shot. And Zuki keeps it low, keeps it underneath. Criius Gaming will take the 1-goal lead. Bananas, I used to be a Merkman, I'm not gonna lie. And what's up, Hashi? Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Last opportunity there. Potentially last opportunity for We Touch Melons will be denied. Viha's looking to try to keep it alive, but it will ultimately hit the dirt. Criius Gaming take game number 2 again. A 1-goal affair. This one a little bit more of a nail-biter than game number 1. But still a win for Criius Gaming. 9 shots compared to the 11 of We Touch Melons. Criius also picking up 7 saves in the progress. And Criius, they only had 3 saves per game coming into this series. They've been doing very well on the defensive end. We Touch Melons, they've been held a little bit low. They come in with 3 goals and 4 saves, while we're seeing 2 goals and 4, so a little bit more average there. So far, Criius Gaming, they've been able to take the advantage here. Both games 1 and 2 being 1-goal games. Criius able to hold on to that possession, keep it away from We Touch Melons, and bring us into game 3. They sit on a series point. We Touch Melons are going to have to get the reverse sweep if they're looking to get the win here in week number 3 of the Indy Gaming League Spring Circuit. They're going to mix it up to start it. The demo coming in the midfield. Zuki going for the 1v2 will do well to get enough time to bring Django back into the fold. We'll have to regroup past the midfield line. They'll go back through it. Bananas, I love it. Made the Merc 2 winters ago, I'll admit to it. I was a Batmobile Merc and we lost all or a Batmobile main and we lost all our games in my very first ever season of IGL. And then I switched to Merc at the end and we like finished out without dropping a game, so I became a Merc main. That's all good, Hashi. Hopefully it worked out well for BLCS. And Zuki, hello! We're gonna take another look at this. We're gonna take another look. Gets played onto the back wall by Django. Challenged there by Steezy. Zuki just jumps up to challenge. It looks like he's trying to get the doink over to the corner, but he hits that flip. He hits that jump that he had saved and just puts it right on target. Gets it past the defense. 44 seconds left. The awareness from Zuki to read the situation, and Django will come through with aggression as well. You know what? Make it Zuki. Picking up another goal. 2 goals in the first 52 seconds for Criius Gaming. They don't want to see any nail biting. They want to see the nerves of the first 2 games. They're looking to get the lead and get the lead early. One of my dogs just full sprinted into my office and he's like flinging himself into the doggy bed behind me. So if you hear any dog noises, it's because Toby's going nuts. It could be Hashi. Vertical, I agree. Criius duo, they're clicking. We're seeing some chemistry coming out from We Touch Melons. That pass attempt coming in from Viha's over to Steezy, not quite getting enough power behind it to come away with a goal. It's good to see the awareness deep downfield as they're looking to cut into this deficit. Still only 85 seconds here into game number 3. They might be able to do it just now. Zuki playing it onto the back wall. Steezy next one there. Puts it over to the far side. Zuki extending. And will pick up that save, but still dangerous for the defense. Steezy challenged by Django. And Criius Gaming, they're showing why they're currently undefeated this season. A very strong defensive stand, and they may need to do a couple more. Steezy putting it over to the corner, popping out, looking to get it over to Viha's, but it will be popped out by Django instead. Sugi trying to set up that transition offense, dangerous onto the back wall. Django pre-jumped it. It looked like he might have been going for a goal steal rather than a pass, a goal secure. That will lead to the transition back into offense for We Touch Melons. Viha's low on boost, empty tank. Will not be able to continue the pressure. Django with the musty. Django will not be able to get the double. Zuki denied by Vihas. As We Touch Melons on a bit of a frantic defensive stand have been able to get back into position and keep us with that 2-0 difference, but half of the game to go. They're still working to get it out of their half. Pressure coming in from Criius. Django looking to wrap it around. Potentially a bump here. Will not get the boost steal. Vihas has to force it back in. Zuki getting the shot. Vihas not getting the save. I do think he probably should have got one there. Earlier. Potentially a rule one. We'll check the replay to see if somebody broke it, but the director cam took us away from it. They don't want to see the potential shame. CZ trying to get that change up on the speed will be saved. As We Touch Melons, they've been denied on the offensive end multiple times. And Django is going to come through. That one, a little bit more of an ego challenge, but it will strip away possession from the defense. Zuki coming through on the challenge. Django rather close in a twos rotation. I can't deny that, but this time working out very well. Is rotating back up into the offense, picking up the third goal of the game for Criius. We Touch Melons will need to dig their way out of this hole. Criius Gaming doing so well at the point of attack, at the point of the challenges. Even if they don't win the individual ones, they tend to win the follow-up. They certainly have been denying We Touch Melons from their Melony dreams. The final 90 seconds of game number 3. 3-0 in favor of Criius, 2-0 in the series. Zuki content to take time off the clock. Set up a bit of a dribble, bit of a pop. Steezy registering a shot. Django elevating it. This is right there. It's just great. Taking time off the clock, rotating their way back through on the defensive end, and forcing We Touch Melons to remain respectful of the play. And ultimately, it leads to a goal for Criius Gaming, this time by Django. Zuki with the assist. Django with 100% goal participation in game number 3. Criius Gaming looking to open it up, looking to try to end their series early in this Tier 1 matchup. Another trip up on offense for We Touch Melons. Vihas is going to get the pop-up over to the net, finds the back of it. Gets it past the defender, bit of a breakdown, not fully a breakdown in defense here for Criius Gaming, but certainly an awkward situation. And We Touch Melons breathing signs of life into the melon patch. But we're going to need to see growth quick. We're going to need to see a cluster of goals. And I'll be honest, I do not know how long it takes a melon to grow. I imagine faster than 50 seconds. We're going to need to see 3 very quickly, but we are going to see 1 at any rate. They're going to continue to fight. Not that I expected anything else, let's be real. To bring this back within 2, Steezy, deep shot downtown. 2-goal difference here in game number 3. They need 2 more just to force overtime, let alone get the win to bring us into a game 4. They are still alive, still fighting for it. They will start the ensuing possession back their own half. He has heavy touch. Django is going to try to keep it out of harm's way. Actually, what started off as an awkward possession there for Django working out well as both Vihas and Steezy deep upfield looking to make a play off of the back wall. And it will be pinched out awkwardly by the defense. Steezy, if they can get enough boost on it, it's going to be a layup over to Vihas. Zuki gets back into the save onto the post, and more than likely, the dagger, the rabbit out of the hat. Vihas looking to drop it back down to 1-2, maybe 1, but too much time off the clock. Criius Gaming taking the series in 3, through the smoke, through the fire. You might see 1 more for the road. Vihas trying to get there, will not be able to do so. Criius Gaming will hold on. We Touch Melons, all 3 games able to put forward a very, very solid effort, but ultimately unable to break through, unable to get past that wall of Criius Gaming. They will take that win. They will move on to 3-0 in this season. We Touch Melons at 1-2. They're going to be looking to get that bounce back here next week. Got the GGs in the chat. Very well, hard-fought matchup, no doubt about that. and we will get the predictions paid out. We got you, Bananas. We got you. Very hard fought one indeed. Congrats on the win, Criius. We touch Melons. Like I said, we'll be looking for that dub here in week number 4 to try to get back up to 500. We can take a brief look ahead to see who they're going to be playing. If my IGL page doesn't just totally blind me. Hey, Suki, thanks for having me on. Next week, Criius Gaming are going to be playing against Appalachian Aerials, which have been a very strong team throughout a lot of IGL history. They're currently 1-1. Their opposition of We Touch Melons, they're going to be up against another MPG team, Raw Dogs. That's an interesting name. Interesting to say live on air. They're currently 2-1, having played their bye-week match. Should be an interesting one, an in-house game next week. So we'll see how that goes. But thank you, both squads, for having me on for the matchup. Very appreciative of it. I love being able to do this at the end of the day. Congrats on the hard-fought win, Criius. Captains will be getting an email looking for feedback, looking for a review of the cast. I'd appreciate it if you could fill that out. I will also have the match is going to go up on YouTube. One of the things I'm actually very excited to do. I'm still working on it. It's not perfect yet, but I am recording all of these series in 1440p, 60 frames. And they'll be going up on YouTube for perusal later on. You can always check it out there. So thanks again, everybody, for the match tonight.